Yeah. On a slideshow mode, if you can do it.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Okay, let's start. Hello and good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a great day. I am Malika, a volunteer in Kaam4u Foundation. Today, we are all here for an awareness session, Jagruthi. Before we get into the today's session, let me introduce you to the foundation and the work we do. Kaam4u Foundation is an NPO which works towards upliftment, creating awareness, and providing help to women and children in most possible ways. The three focus areas we work on are women empowerment, child development, and skill enhancement. The foundation was started a year back by Mrs. Amina Hussainji. Amina ji?
Hello, everyone.
Amina ji is a counseling psychologist. She has over vast 25 years of experience of working with different NGOs on social issues. She is also an entrepreneur who always strives for bringing empowerment to women's life and in society. Under women empowerment, we have been conducting various sessions like MHM, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace, menopause, etc. Under child development, we have conducted various awareness sessions like career guidance classes, MHM for school kids, and adolescent health awareness programs. Under skill enhancement, we have conducted sessions on spoken English and job readiness program. And today's session is all about Jagruthi. This program is specially designed for senior citizens. So, Jagruthi is also an awareness program focused on bringing awareness on digital frauds and crimes among senior citizens. As you all can see in the graph shown in the picture, there has been enormous number of increase in cases in cybercrime and digital fraud area in past decade. You all can see that in 2010, it was only less than 1,000 cases were reported. But when 2018, we have noticed 27,000 odd cases. So this is tremendously increasing year by year. A famous magazine, Hindustan Times, also published an article on cyber attacks in India 2020, which increased by 300%, mainly due to the online activities we have been performing. The main reasons behind this increase in enormous number of cyber attacks or digital frauds is increase in internet penetration many folds with COVID-19 lockdown restrictions, increase in usage of smartphones, increase in online transactions, and as we are all using social media platform to connect with our friends, families, and social circle. And main target of this cyber attack groups is children and senior citizens, as they have very less awareness on this kind of attack, cyber attacks and digital frauds. So you all may get a question like, why only senior citizens? Because our target audience are mainly senior citizens, because school going kids or working professionals or college going teenagers, they all get this kind of education from their respective schools, colleges, and offices. But senior citizens does not have all this. That's why we have planned to provide them awareness on various cyber crimes happening online. This is all about introduction to Jagruthi. Now, I would like you, I would like to introduce our two beautiful speakers for the evening, Suchi Malik and Sumati Pandian. Suchi, you can wave.
फोटो नहीं आ सकता, वीडियो बंद कर रखा उन्होंने, उनके हाथ में है ना, हमारे हाथ में थोड़ी।
Hello.
I think Amina ji, you have to mute everyone.
I've muted.
Yeah,
I've muted.
yeah,
all.
we'll mute. Yeah.
Sumati and Suchi, can you wave? Okay. So Suchi is a great volunteer and she's a content writer in Kaam4u Foundation. She does her work perfectly and also finds newer and better ways to do her job absolutely beautiful. An electrical engineer and SAP consultant by profession, she diversified to digital marketing and content writing is her passion. She puts in her valuable suggestions and time for Kaam4U Foundation all the way from Oman, Muscat, where she lives presently with her family as a homemaker. That's Suchi for you. Next, another wonderful wonderful, not a volunteer, she's a creative head of Kaam4U Foundation, Sumati Pandian. Sumati is a very soft-spoken and zealous volunteer who takes on more work than others and completes them with dedication. She speaks through her beautiful creations of our publicity material, including designing our own website. Although an engineer by profession, her passion led her into digital marketing, which enables her to enhance her imaginative ideas. That's Sumati for you all. Now, without wasting much of your time, I'll hand over it to Sumati. Sumati, stage is all yours. Thank you all.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am Sumati here. Thank you, Malika, for the wonderful introduction. I'm going to explain you some types of digital frauds. A few are listed below here. The first one is the email and internet fraud. This is the most commonly used technique to hack or steal your personal information. So people can steal your email password and send messages to your contacts for extortion of money. So we shall be taking this topic in detail in this webinar. So the next one is the social media fraud. I would say this is a digital era. So most of us use social media networks like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. So here, again, the hackers can steal your password and get into your account and post illegal content, which will damage your image. Also, they steal our personal information. The next is identity fraud. When someone's personal information is used to steal money or gain other benefits by creating fake documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card in your name, but with their photographs. The next is OLX fraud. OLX is a platform where we sell and buy things online. So sometimes buyers will show interest in your things, buying your things, and mostly behave as if they are in military or paramilitary person post.
I think there's a technical glitch probably.
Yeah, I think there's some issue at Sumati's end. Sumati, you there?
She's on mute actually.
Unmute.
Yes. Shall I continue?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we lost you for a while.
Yes. Okay. So I was talking about OLX fraud. OLX is a digital platform where we sell and buy products. So sometimes buyers will show interest in buying your things and mostly behave as if they are army or paramilitary person posted at remote places. So they can't do any bank transfer. So they will trick you to scan a QR code. So if we scan that QR code, our information will be stolen by them. And obviously our money is also will be stolen by them. The next one is credit card reward point. We all know that credit card can be stolen, but we don't know that credit card points can also be stolen here. So credit card gives us reward points. We all know that when we use for purchases, shopping, hotel. etc. So they can easily get access of these and use them for their personal interest. The next one is the lottery fraud.
Aminaji, put everyone on mute, and then Sumati, you can unmute yourself. Aminaji, can you please put everyone on mute? Someone who's talking. Aminaji. No, you are on mute.
Amazon, BFAC Amazon. Can you put yourself in mute? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, the next one is the lottery fraud.
Yeah, sorry. Carry on, carry on.
Okay. In lottery fraud, email is sent to you to lure for a large amount of money, mostly in foreign currency, for a small percentage of charges. But when we get lured and give our bank details to them, so instead of putting the money, they can take our money into their account. So the general rule is we should not click any links provided in the emails. The next one is the online shopping fraud. So we all do online shopping. So before buying any product, we have to check the authenticity of the website. So there are many fake websites. They will display their products there, fake products. When we try to buy them, when we make the payment, the product never gets delivered to you. So in these times, sorry, 1 minute. So here, if the offer is too good to be true, then probably it is not true. So that is the mantra we should remember. So then the next one is the matrimonial fraud. So these types of frauds not only harm people economically, but also personally. And this is very dangerous. So we should always check the authenticity of the website before providing our information into these matrimonial sites. The next one is the fake government websites. There are many fake government websites where they ask you to pay for tax or utility bills. So we should remember that all the government websites has an extension of gov.in only. So we should check this extension before going into any government websites. Next slide, please. Next slide. I would like to share some real-time examples of email frauds. Here, this is an example of an ex-judge from Hyderabad who got an email stating that he has to pay his electricity bill. So when he clicked the link provided in the email, all his information, personal information was stolen, and he lost his 46,000 rupees from his account. So even a well-educated person like this can be a victim of these type of frauds. This is another scam going viral in New Delhi, where scammers target the bank customers, asking for their KYC update, Aadhaar card details, PAN card details, credit card details, etc. So we have to be very cautious before providing such informations. Next slide, please. Here is another example of email fraud. This is Nidhi Razdan. She is a reputed TV editor working in NDTV news channel. So last year, she got an email from Harvard University saying that they are offering her a position as a senior journalist. But later she realized that it was a fake email. So after when she spoke to Harvard University itself, they said that they don't have any such positions there. So we have to be very cautious when we get emails. We have to check whether the email is real or it is a fake one. Next slide, please. Okay. The next trending scam is COVID-19 vaccination invite scam. this scam, actually, the scammers send emails or text messages to aged people, asking for their Aadhaar card, PAN card details, saying that they have vaccination due on this date. So the Maharashtrian government has warned people that they should be very cautious about this type of scam. This is happening in Maharashtra. So we have to be, so the police has told the people that they have to be very careful. And they told that only trusted website from the government side will be vaccine.icmr.org.in. Now, before handing over to Suchi, I request everyone to rejoin with the same ID.
Thank you, Sumati, for explaining the different types of frauds. Now I'll take you through the type of fraud that's our focus for today's session. That's the email frauds. Now, how to recognize an email frauds? We have tried to simplify it into 6 points for you. There can be more points you might find later on. But these 6 points are the most important points that you can look into an email. The first point is you have to check the sender's email ID and the company name. The sender's email ID should be in your contact list and the company name should be known to you. So if you check the sender's email and it's an unknown email, then please do not open any attachments and delete that email. Now, for example, we have given you a very common example of Amazon. We all have accounts with Amazon, but if you look at this sender email, it says AMOZON, whereas the spelling of Amazon is AMAZON. So these type of small things that you have to check if the sender's email is not from your contact list. The second is check for subject line attention grabbing titles. That means that when you see the subject matter, the subject of an email, there'll be something that will grab your attention. For example, it says, we have a wonderful offer for you, or you have been selected for a certain type of a award. So these type of techniques they will use, and they will try to make you read or click on anything to get that present. The third is check for the greetings or addressing. So when they address to you, if there is a known person, they will usually use a Mr. or a Miss in the address column. But if it's a person who's sending a generic email, they'll use dear customer or dear client. But this third method is not 100% sure shot method, because sometimes companies also do send generic emails. The banks send generic emails. So this is not 100% proof that if you find only this point that the email has to be a fraud email. It can be just an information coming from some company. The fourth point is check for spelling mistakes and grammatical errors in the contents. Usually we have seen these type of emails come from non-English speaking people. So they write a lot of mistakes in those emails. So please do check your email for any spelling mistakes and grammatical error. For example, the spelling of account might be wrong. Or if you see the spelling of suspension, if they're going to inform you that the bank is going to suspend your account because of some KYC or some other type of an account which you had is going to be suspended. So these type of spelling mistakes or grammatical errors which will come to your notice when you read the emails. The fifth point is giving an ultimatum in the content. For example, warning, you will lose your email permanently unless you respond within 7 days. So there'll be a time given to you so that it can create a pressure on you and you will be forced to do what the person wants you to do. So it says you will lose your email permanently unless you respond within 7 days. So this can be 24 hours. If you don't respond, you will lose your account, you will lose your email, or you will lose your data. So these types of ultimatums, they will force you to press on any attachment or any email attachment or any link given in those emails. The sixth point is there'll be no signature or contact information. Usually an email will be sent from a company. There'll be a person's name, there'll be a person's email ID or a phone number. But when this type of email frauds are sent, these emails will not have any information about the person who is sending it. It will be just written from some team, from the client, or from a sender. So there'll be no person's name written. So be careful if you find any of these 6. The next slide, I will take you over to an example where I will show you all the 6 points, and I will pinpoint you how do you find out these 6 points and how do they look. It's not necessary that you might find all these 6 points in your email, but this is just a mail that we have formed for you so that you know that what does those mistakes look like. The first one was check the sender's email or the company URL. So if you look at this email, at the look of it, the spelling of Amazon is amazon.com, which is very, very correct. So you will think this email is a genuine email. Now, if you look at the sender's name, it says management@amazon.com, which is AMOZON, which is not the spelling of what we need from Amazon. So this email has not come to you from Amazon.com. The second point was check the subject line. The subject line says urgent, account suspension. So again, if you see, it is creating an urgency for you to act on whatever he wants you to act on. The third point was dear client. That is the greeting or the addressing. He doesn't say your name. If he's a known company URL, he'll say your name or Mr. But here it's just a generic thing called dear client. If you go to the body of the mail, the first sentence says, we have sent you this email because we have a reason to believe that your account has been used by someone other than you. This looks perfectly okay because a company, when they find out if there is somebody who has used your email account, will send you an email like that. But when we move to the next point, it says to prevent fraudulent activity, we are opening an investigation into this matter. If you look at the spelling of fraudulent, it is a wrong spelling. Then we see the spelling of investigation. Again, it's a wrong spelling. If we go to the subject, we can find that the spelling of suspension is also wrong. Now it says we have locked your Amazon account and you have 24 hours to respond. So if you see, I told that the email will have an ultimatum in it. So it's creating an urgency by saying you have only 24 hours to respond and verify your account. Again, it's creating an urgency for you to act on whatever the mail says. Now, in this mail, there is a link. So if you press on this link, it will hack your account or go through your emails. So it's better that when you find even one of these things which is suspicious or two of these things, please do not click on any link. If you look above the CC, here also you will find there are some attachments given. Please do not click on any of these attachments because these attachments also carry files which will corrupt your email and will take data out of your email. If we go to the 6th point, I had discussed with you, there'll be no signature. So if you look here, it says the Amazon team. It does not say anybody's name. It does not say anybody's phone number. It does not say anybody's contact email. So this is another point of worry. So we have tried to show you in this email some of the points that we were discussing to you. I'll take you through another email, which is an email which has been sent as an hacked email. This is an email which has actually come to somebody and it says, click here. And it says, due to safety and security requirements for the benefit of all users, we require you to verify your identity. This will help you to avoid any interruptions or limitations. Now, again, this is creating an urgency for you. Now, if you click here, then this is the link which will take you, or it will corrupt your email and take your data. So if you see in this email also, you will find that there is nobody whose name is there and it's just written a customer team. So please do not open this link. It is a personal, it's a banking link, and a lot of these people use these type of emails so that you click on this and all your personal banking data gets in their hand. Third, next. Now I'll take you through the dangers that can happen in email fraud. We have seen how an email fraud can be detected. Now, what are the dangers that can happen in an email fraud? If an email fraud happens or you click on any link, they can misuse your username and passwords that are there. It can be your email password. Then they can steal your money and open credit card and bank accounts, because usually our credit card accounts and your bank accounts are linked to any particular email only. They can sell your information to other parties who will use it for illicit or illegal purposes. This means that they might use information in your emails, or there might be some pictures in your emails which they can use it for illegal purposes. So you have to be very careful in an email fraud. There are always chances that your emails are links to your social networks like your Facebook, your Instagram page. So if they get hacked to your email, they can get access to your social network and they will try to hack through your social networks. So please be careful. These are some of the dangers that we have tried to summarize for you. There can be more dangers for all of us. Now we've tried to make do's and don'ts for how to protect yourself from an email fraud. Now, as already I have discussed with you the do's, think if you have an account with a company who is sending the email. So please check the sender's email or the company URL, company data. If you do not find any of these things that you think that it has come from the right person, please delete the email. Do not let it stay in your email box. Always try and keep your email passwords long and difficult. They should always have an uppercase, a lowercase, and a number. Please do not use your family names. Please do not use your kids' names or your grandkids' names, because they are very easily found out by the fraud people. You should always try and change your email passwords at least 3 to 6 months every time. Please do not store your passwords in your devices like phones or tablets, because if they are stolen, then your passwords for your email and social medias are also stolen. Never disclose your passwords, because once you say to somebody, okay, can you log into my account? And this is my password. Never disclose your password to anybody. If there is a person who's trying to log into your account, you tell him, I will type the password, and be very secretive about it. Do not type the password in front of him, because hackers are very easily, they can find your password. There's one more point I would like to add to this is, please do not keep your email ID and your password in your wallets. Because if your wallet gets stolen and by chance the person who stole your wallet is also a hacker, then he gets your data. The don'ts. As I've already told you, please do not click on any links that are present in the email. Please do not download any attachments they are there. And please do not reply or forward, because if you are replying, you are addressing to the person. And if you're forwarding, you're spreading the fraud to another person who might click on those links or download those attachments and get hacked, or that person's email will be taken off. So please do not reply or forward also to those emails. Next. How to report an email fraud. In India, the government has given us this provision to report to an email fraud on the cybercrime cell. The cybercrime website is www.cybercrime.gov.in. So please, if you are got caught in an email fraud or a cybercrime fraud, please report to the cybercrime cell. There's also a toll-free helpline number. That's 1-552-6-0. This helpline number is active for 24/7 in many of the states, and in some of the states and union territories, it works between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. From Kaam4u, we have several margdarshaks in our team who can help you. Their numbers are on the next slide. Please, you can contact the Kaam4u Foundation through WhatsApp, and somebody will try and help you get this cybercrime sorted. So utilize our services and do not get caught in this cybercrime. Now I'll hand over to Sumati. She will give you a sneak peek of our next session. Thank you, Sumati.
Thank you, Suchi, for giving us explanation about email frauds and how to respond to them. So in this webinar, we saw about email. We were explaining in detail about email frauds. The next series will be we will be discussing about social media frauds happening in Facebook. So please subscribe our Facebook pages and the Instagram page. You can have more information on our website, which is www.Kaam4uFoundation.org. And the recording of this session will be there in the YouTube channel. So please do not miss that. Thank you everyone for joining us in this webinar.